Hi everyone, hope you are all well. So it's the weekend here in the Adelaide Hills and my daughter has come to stay for the night to have a gaming session with my son and his mate. So that means I get to hide out in the craft room for the day. So great excuse, I thought. So I have a little book haul here for you today. It's a couple of hauls put together. It's still just sort of a smallish one for me, I suppose. But some nice books. So firstly, not last Friday, but the one before, I wasn't able to make it to the bookstore. So on the Monday, my son went out to pick up a delivery and he saw this pile of books at the front door and he wondered why I had piled up books near the front door. But he had a closer look and there was a note on them. And what it was is my work colleague must have missed me at the bookstore. So she had a look in the bins and grabbed a few that she thought I might like. So isn't that lovely? Yeah, that really made my weekend, that did. So I have this little pile here. So I'll start with this one. So this is the Collins New Australian Clear School Atlas. And when I opened it up, there were some bits and pieces in here which are really cool. So this looks like the back page or one of the back pages of a parakeet and lovebird book. Ditchfield's Little Wonder books. Pity I don't have the whole book because that would have been a beauty. And that's the other side. So that is really cool, little piece of ephemera. And there's this page out of a botanical book. I think I've seen that book before. Beautiful big cats out of an animal book. And then this lovely parrot picture. So she grabbed me some really nice, it's got peacock on the other side, so that one's going to be a difficult one to decide on. Love that parrot picture. So I've got those little bits. Just put them in my sort bin. There was this Lee Almanac, also an almanac, a French one of the Louvre. Had these little ticket things in it, which are pretty cool. And then it's just your like a diary with your art pictures. So that's quite nice. It's written in French by the looks. And then in the middle of the pile, my son and I discovered this. Sorted, the ultimate guide to organising your life once and for all. I looked at that and I thought, I don't think she put that in for me to journal with. I think she's given me a subtle hint. A bit cheeky rather, isn't it? So might have to read it. But we had a bit of a giggle over that one. I'll get her back. And then there was this beautiful old cover, and it's the Book of Discovery. I love this cover. I might have to make a little mini journal with this. Beautiful writing in there. Love these pages. Beautiful frames to put a picture in or something. This is 1946. Might even use some of those pages today. I'll put that to the side. This one is The Great Musicians by Schubert. Love this cover. Absolutely gorgeous. And this one's really old too. It's good nick for the age. This is 1897. Can't believe how good condition that is for 1897. Beautiful butterflies on it. But I think this one has some writing in it. Someone's gone through with pencil and scribbled everywhere. But that's all right. So beautiful condition. And then this Friday, there weren't any books in the bin. Well, none that were any good, but I did lash out and purchase some books because, we didn't have many books to sort and price and that for the start of the day. So that gives me time to look at the books that are on the shelf, which is dangerous. So went through and had a good look. Now out the front we have a donation pile of books, you know, that don't sell, or we don't want to put like a few dollars on, and so we just put them out for a gold coin donation. So these first two were for a gold coin donation, and there was a stamping and papercraft magazine. So I grabbed that to add to my collection of thousands that I haven't looked at yet. But I can't wait to start going through them and trying out some different techniques and making some things. So that one looks like a good one. Nice things in there. There was this. I got this for the cover. The Daredevil book for anglers. Cunning strategies that fish don't know about. So is that not a beautiful cover? So I might have to make a fishing journal with this. Probably have to widen the spine, which would be a shame. But I don't really like the pages too much, so I'll probably gut it and, yeah, make a nice fishing journal, because that is just gorgeous. I'd want to keep it, but I don't fish much anymore, so, yeah, beautiful. He Guide to Australian Trees, 249 species simply identified. It's a dust cover. That's lovely. And the pictures are beautiful in this. 1988. I have so many botanical books now that I try to limit myself to just the ones that are awesome. So I think I did all right this time. There were a few awesome ones. I love the illustrations in this. Nice size too. Full of them. And there was another one, which is a key guide to Australian wildflowers. Oh, and these are some bits I found. I was looking at the books and this was stuck into the front of one of the books, and I thought, well, people don't really need that in the front of their book, but I definitely would do something with it. So it's a lovely card from 1985 that someone gifted someone with the book. And a postcard was in the bin, so I've got that out. It's a bit ruined on the corners, but I'll be able to do something with that. Gastropod fossil crabby, Thailand. Oh, look, and it's got the writing. That writing's pretty cool too. I'll have to read it, won't I? Reading people's personal letters. Oh, well, they shouldn't chuck them out. So, again, a lovely cover. I'll probably reuse that because I like the colour on the other side as well. I would think this is the same date. 87, this one. And again, just lovely illustrations. Semi-gloss, but not too bad. Love that page. We get into the big books. So there was this Jane Austen's World, The Life and Times of England's Most Popular Author. I'm not a big fan. I don't really read a lot or anything, and it's definitely not that kind of book. But I know how many people love her books, and I thought this was a good one to grab and not pass up. Has some nice pictures in it, illustrations. I've been keeping a lot of the, vintage Jane Austen books as well to do something with in the future. So this will give me a bit more ephemera to put into those. It has information about her as well, the author. Lovely pictures. Looks like it's got some pictures from the movies. As well as some vintage pictures, which are really gorgeous. Now, the next one I grabbed as a prezi for a friend. It's a Chronicle of Australia. Now, I do have about 5 of these, but do you think I could sacrifice one to give to a friend? So I bought another one. They're one of my favourite books, though. These are the ones that I love to get ephemera out of, and you could just use one forever for ephemera, but they're also great flower presses. So I think it's been stuck down, hasn't it? I usually get them in the box. This one feels heaps lighter than the ones I have otherwise as well. So I just want to check, make sure it is the same, or else I'll sacrifice one of mine and keep this one. I think it's a newer edition, maybe. Oh, yeah. Get it out. Oh, yeah, now it's feeling heavy. But I love these because they have their dates and things that happened around that date. You've got stacks and stacks of vintage pictures. A while ago I did an envelope flippy thing, not really a journal, just envelope flippy thing, that I covered in book pages, and I used a whole heap of the vintage pictures out of one of these to embellish it. But you get so much. Yeah, this is new. I can smell how new it is, but it also has your little ads. And I've just been spending time with one of these. I think it was the one that I broke down for that envelope flippy thing that I've started cutting all the pictures I want out of, and that's going to take me a while, but it has given me so much ephemera. So I'm excited to start collaging with all of that soon. It's the best book. So keep your eye out for that one. I rave on about these all the time, but yeah, highly recommended. And, you know, depending on where you go, I've been to one secondhand shop and I think they wanted 10 or 15 bucks for it. I definitely wouldn't pay that. I mean, we sell them in the shop for $3, so that's, you know, a lot better. So see if you can find one of the cheaper stores with them and get yourself a bargain. They shouldn't really charge much because they obviously don't sell too well, being so big. So it's a shame that some of their shops put that sort of price on them. All right, and this one is a beauty. It's Flowering Plants in Australia. Oh, looks a bit damaged, but that's all right. Yeah, it looks like it's getting a bit mould there, but that doesn't. The pages probably won't stay in the cover for long anyway, so it's gifted in 83. And it is copyright 83. And this is a beautiful book. Well, they're all beautiful. As I said, I'm trying only to grab the ones that I think are awesome because I've got so many little scientific pictures. And then your bigger ones, you've got black and whites. So just a lovely, lovely book, that one. Full of goodness. And then the last book I grabbed is huge. It's the 18th century. I was looking in the history section. Europe in the Age of Enlightenment. I always like to look at the cover. That's nothing special. Beautiful paper in this. The coloration. It's nice cream, and you can see that it's getting the aged discoloration, I should say, around the edges, which is what we like. Beautiful pictures. It's matte too, which really appeals to me. This is, it says copyright 69. So I'll start from the back because I just find it easier. Beautiful vintage pictures again, and some colour ones as well. Love this. I mean, I'll use all of this book because these are just a beautiful colour to use for collaging or background pieces or filler pages. I mean, these sort of books we used to consider your, what do they call them? Coffee table sort of books, and we used to put like $10 or whatever on them because they're definitely worth it, but they just didn't sell. No one wants these huge things much anymore, so it was nice and cheap. Love the pictures like that too. Diagrams. So that one's a fascinating book. So that is my book haul for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Now I've got to get crafting. I have challenges to do, and my fellow admin has dared me to try and get them done within 5 days of them being put up in the groups. So got to concentrate on doing them next. So no doubt I will show you what I end up doing. Take care. See ya.